busy mind meditation. So thoughts are part of the human experience. We don't need to push them away in order to practice meditation. Learning to bring your mind back from its thoughts is the practice. But how do you let go of the thoughts once they've pulled you in? And during this meditation, I'll be offering one way to unhook yourself from these thoughts and simply let them be, without pushing the thoughts away or denying their presence. You can be aware of the thinking mind while remaining unattached. So settling down in your seated posture and allowing the eyes to close or gaze to a fixed point. Noticing the energy in the mind and in the body. Just noticing how you feel. And as you notice how you feel, you begin to allow yourself to settle a little more. You might notice thoughts of your day coming and going in the mind. And bring to mind the thought or the image of a snow globe. With all the snowflakes swirling around. And those snowflakes begin to gently fall to the ground. And thinking of yourself as a snow globe. And every snowflake as a thought. Watch as each and every snowflake falls down to the ground. And do not force yourself to calm down. Let it happen slowly. Watching those snowflakes begin to settle. And bring your awareness to the breath in the body. And choose one spot where the breath is felt easily. It might be the center of the chest, the abdomen, the shoulders, or the nostrils. Observe the physical sensation of the body breathing. Observing the breath for a few minutes. Watching the breath coming and going. And when you notice that the mind is wandered back into thoughts, bring the awareness back to the breath. So you can bring to mind the snow globe. And as the thoughts begin to rise up, you can imagine that as the snowflakes beginning to rise, or the globe beginning to shake. And then just observe them as they begin to slowly settle back down. Now invite you now, instead of returning to the breath when the mind wanders, just notice what the mind is doing. Noticing if the mind is planning, fantasizing, trying to figure something out, or maybe replaying past experiences. And whatever you observe the mind doing, let it be. When you notice and recognize a thought, noticing what happens. If you wish, you can label it thought. So we're trying not to encourage the thought, but also not trying to push it away either. Allowing it to be and allowing it to go on its own. Just see if you can watch the thoughts coming and going. When the mind is settled, awareness to the breath, watching, observing. Each time a thought arises, noticing, maybe labeling thought, and then back to the breath as that thought begins to settle down, like the snowflake in a snow globe. And noticing if you get lost in thought or when the mind wanders for some time. If self-judgment arises, notice that just as you would any other thought. And you can always return to the breath for a few moments to ground yourself back into the practice. Awareness now back to the body. Feeling the feet on the ground beneath you. And maybe moving the toes. And if you have the eyes closed, gently opening the eyes.